You should be getting an alert. If you guys all follow the channel, then it should be alert, yeah. I don't know why it still has my picture up there, but whatever. I'll fix that later. Oh, I need cards if I can come up with that logo that he's supposed to do that. He never did. I asked him this shit last week. All right. It's my old channel. I switched the name because they already had a following in, and it's already affiliate. So I was like, what the fuck? I'm not using this, so it's cool for now. I'm waiting for this man to give me the logo, which you probably forgot about. Anyways, bro, run the thing. Yeah! Woo! Yeah! Woo! Run the ting! Oh, yes. No, I mean, you don't have to. You just said, yo, welcome to the Third Field Podcast. You know the vibes, yeah, we in there. Like, But anyways, and you guys got any topics that we talked about? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Yeah, you started off, man, because I don't got any topics for today. Are we talking about Starfield? Oh, he's on you about that. All right, Carl, I need you. I need to know your opinion on Starfield. Go on. Definitely didn't finish that. Mine's definitely would have said 10 hours, roughly, maybe less. I definitely couldn't finish that. Like, I didn't really get into Fallout until 76, but we'll talk about that later. Yeah, I played Fallout 4. I played Fallout New Vegas, completed both games, and got a majority of all the endings. But like, I didn't really start enjoying the game until until 76. Carl, tell me about the Starfield, man, because I played it and I have my thoughts on it. Oh, yeah, of course. Wait, hold on. Falling back to Skyrim real quick. Beat it twice, two different builds. I don't remember what my second build was or my first build was, but my first build was a mage build. My second build is a mage build. I think first was like archery, some shit. Yo, you played Oblivion, you said? Oh, yes. Fus Roda! Took an arrow to the knee. That whole meme and shit. Man, playing Warzone? Man, playing women is playing Battle Royale running from the gas? What? Oh. Yeah. They let you go as far as you want, wherever you want. I've seen it. I mean, I only played like the first 14, 20 minutes of the game. Like, I was dealing with some technical issues, but I did, but like it was on medium graphics. I got to the city and I was like, this is ass. Hence why it's running at one something. It's running higher, but like it's because it's on medium. The game looks sketchy. Well, I recently found out that what they do is they scale the resolution automatically. So I might be running at like 50% resolution because it's on medium, which is ass, which looks horrible. So my frames are like, I don't know, I think it was like 112 or some shit. So it's definitely above 60. But that was the whole point of me getting this new 40 series Ti, 4070 Ti, so I could play this game on a higher resolution or higher. Not this game, but majority of games too. Like, because if I could play this game on like ultra, with just like with native 60 plus, I'm chilling. But you know, other games as well. If I could play at frames at like 200 frames per second on average. That was even better. You know what I mean? So it benefits me. I'm gonna. There's multiple ways of doing it. You could do it. You could do it via wire, which I'm sure some people have done it. You know, like a split, like a capture card. You could capture it from one PC to the other. I've tried that, but I didn't really like it because there's just too many wires over the place. So I did a little research and I discovered something called NDI, which is basically it's like streaming my PC for always. So it's basically going from my PC to my router to my other PC. So all my sound and all that's being streamed to my other PC and all that. All my gameplay footage, on my screen capture, everything that you see on my screen will be visible on stream, on OBS, always. Of course, I can't share it right now because my PC is currently in a bad state because I screwed up the motherboard. I have to wait till a new motherboard comes in tomorrow. Hopefully it's worth the price. No, it's somewhere in the trash. It's a tiny little piece. Yeah, a piece of trash. I didn't know where it connected to. It just I heard something rattling and I was like, wait, something should be rattling. Like I thought it was like a loose screw, and I looked and it was just like this tiny silver, not silver, bronze looking cylinder with like a silver top. So I'm assuming it connects to the motherboard and something important. And I'm not gonna sit here trying to crazy glue the damn thing together. Carl, what you eating over there, man? What are you putting in your mouth? Cars. You don't realize this shit's on. No, no. I mean, I play Starfield, but I mean, it was cool. I liked it. It was cool. In other words, he's never gonna finish it. Did you beat him? Did you beat him? Damn. It's a fair match. It looks like a fair matchup. Real web, say the word. That's wild, man. His eyes open up. Focus mode. Yeah, do what? Trying to get that master ring, man. Trying to get that other. Trying to get the master ring for all of them, you know. Just careful what you say, man. I know you're in rage mode sometimes. Just careful what you say. I mean, listen, break it down real quick. It's a bullet sponge. Yeah, it's free. Yeah, yeah, 60 plus. But like I said, I recently discovered the settings, and I'm gonna work on it. When I get the motherboard tomorrow to fix on that. Yeah, we don't got work competence, bitch. uh, it's a good game. Listen, I barely played it. But from what I've seen, it's a bullet sponge. It's a bullet sponge. Yeah, it's definitely worth a relate through. I agree. And so much, I can imagine so much to do. Yeah. See, my thing was, I think of it like a watered down Star Citizen. If you know what that is. If you don't know what that is, Star Citizen is essentially a space game. So think of Starfield, but more in depth. So you have a spaceship where you can man with like, you can literally man it with like 20, 30 people or whatever, or you can just fly solo if you want and risk that. And you will literally fly your ship from planet to planet. No loading screen. You have to land on the planet with no loading screen. So it's not like you just select and go and fast travel. There's no fast traveling. You would use your hyper engine or whatever type of engine you have to go light speed between planets and planets or solar systems and solar systems. But you have to physically fly the ship and land it. So you would fly into the atmosphere of that planet and land it on some crazy next level shit. And the game is still in beta, or I think it's in alpha. But the game's been around for a very long time because how much stuff they're improving on the game in terms of graphics, all the different lightings that they're doing. They're forever. I think they're adding more planets to the game as well, adding more ships. There's a rumor that there's a shortcut, if you will. Like, think of Battlefield where you can shortcut the classes. And I think they'll quote me on this price, but I think it's like 10 grand. Yes, because the ships are very expensive. Of real currency, real life currency, 10 US dollars, 10,000 US dollars. Let me see if I can look at the price real quick. Star Citizen. Oh, you got one very high quality PC. Oh, my bad. My bad. It's actually $80,000. Yeah, if you buy everything in the game, meaning like all those different ships and shit, it would cost you around 80 grand USDs. You can buy two cars. You can buy a Tesla. You can do whatever the fuck you want with that. No, no, nah. Maybe like Tesla and a half, or no, because all the packages they include would cost you around 40 grand. I know because I researched it when I was searching for a new vehicle after what happened to my last. I mean, true, but realistically, you're not gonna find a used Tesla for like 30 grand. I mean, you might. I guess suppose there is a chance, but I'm just saying, 80 grand is wild for a game. That's how in depth the game is, realistically. But could you imagine like a clan battle, a clan battle between two ships of like man of like 20v, 20, like I'm talking about like 20 guys manning one ship and another 20 guys manning another ship. So you have multiple guns. Like you can have a starship. Like think of it like No, well, yeah, they are like that, but yeah, they're all different jobs and shit like that that are playing part as part of the crew of that ship. So think of it on a think of Sea of Thieves, but on a Star Wars Clone Wars level where you have all these fucking troops on a battle cruiser manning the stations and manning the guns and manning. Yeah, but not on the spectrum of this game because remember there's no loading screen, so you would literally fly from space to the planet and land without crashing, of course. And you can have depending on the ship that you buy. If you buy, I think there's a star. I think there's a starship like a battleship type thing. You can buy that ship, and it would be like an aircraft carrier where it has little tiny jets inside of it that people could fly out of and do things. So almost like the Battlefront 2, the original Battlefront 3, 2 on the PC. Similar to that. But yeah, Star Citizen is like a watered down version of that, which is cool, I suppose. I think it's cool. I think it's more. I think it's easier. Yeah, they give you the keys to it right away, bro. Like not even 5 minutes, you get in. Maybe like 10 minutes. Maybe like 10 minutes in the game, you're already flying a ship, flying your own ship or a used ship, if you will. I think it's very simplistic. The flying. There is this game that I think is like a Star Wars game that came out maybe a year ago, where it's like it's starships or some shit, and that flying is so damn complicated. I I couldn't hack it. I couldn't hack it at all. I couldn't. No, I couldn't do it. I just think Starfield is just more. No, I was trying to do. I think I was doing control at the time, and it was just complicated. Just like too much going on, too many keys, too many things I got to push. Better go whack one off. That's a guess. That's a quick one, you know. Yeah, you is. You go in number one, you take you 10 minutes. God damn. It's opening the dam. All right. Cars, you got anything to say, man? Just say. Oh, go ahead. Ooh, you, you an MK boy. I mean, so if it's a beta, I suppose it would have input lag, right? Let me ask you a question. How bad is input lag for someone who doesn't like play fighting games? Right? I could think of input lag, but I'm thinking like you push the button and then 10 seconds later your guy moves. How bad is input lag in that sense? Are you? Are, yeah, I guess. Sure. No, I don't Quizco, but I know how to do it. Right. I see what you're saying. I get it with that analogy. Just to attack you on a point that you just made. Why is it bad that Megan Fox is playing the guitar and shit? You know, that's kind of like the standard of games nowadays, where they implement celebrities or whatever into the games to bring up the popularity of it. Like Call of Duty does that with Nicki Minaj and the Godzilla shit and all that. Exactly. And I think it's like a boost of the game. I mean, if they have the money, why not, right? I never seen one. I gotta look at one. I need more, man. I need more from you. Like, why? Apart from the frames, like, I'll make him mad. Real, make him mad, man. Make him a mod, bro. Shit, hold on. Yeah, right, right. I don't know how to. Right. 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 Yeah. Yeah. Shit. That would be AIDS, dude. That'd be so bad. I know exactly. I know exactly what you're talking about too, because that would be so bad. I've dealt with it like that in Call of Duty, and it's not fun. But not on the input lag, but just like lag in general, and it's not fun. But I can see what you're saying. Save. I should have mod access now. I got a supper. No, I have not. Of course he is. Who you texting over there, girl? My boy. Get that wing stop? Man, I have a McD's in a decade. Yeah, they are. Is McD's like prepackaged food or some shit? Like, is it like why? You might as well talk about it, bro. You might talk. Oh, you might as well talk about it. Oh, let it be, man. Let it be. Let it be. It's legitimate. Listen. Let let me guys, say that. Mostly negative, I know. No. No. I love the game. I love the game. Listen, listen. I am fucking different. Let me just boil it up for you real quick. All right, it's simple. Most people when they play a game, they look at the exterior of the game. You know, all these little different bugs that are happening, shit that should have been, shit that isn't in there that should have been in there. They're not looking at the core of the game. Remember, I'm the type of guy who played Anthem. If you know what that is, I played Anthem until the servers died. When the devs gave up on the game, yeah, they scrapped the whole project. They were supposed to they were supposed to do like a can't play it at all. No, I played it. I loved it. I loved playing Anthem. Anthem was fun. Like being Iron Man and just flying around and fighting up and beating up monsters and shit. That was legit. That was legit as it come. Yeah, the game had many issues. Like the story wasn't there. Yes, it didn't. Like they didn't really explain the story. The lore was horrible. A lot of bugs. But at the end of the day, I was still playing Iron Man, flying around and shit. You know what I mean? So going back to Fallout, yeah, when the game first dropped, it didn't have any AIs. It didn't have anything. Like it was just you were just hunting ghosts and fighting, and like the story was based off of ghosts that didn't exist because you would never meet the person until later on, like a few years into the game being out, they decided to to implement the AIs into the game and give an actual story. I personally enjoy the game. Like I know most people didn't like the fact that there wasn't any artificial intelligence or any like NPCs or whatever, but I didn't really mind that. It didn't really bother me because at the end of the day, I was still playing Fallout with my friends, and I was still base building, which is what I like doing, and I was still leveling my characters, making up different builds. So like I enjoyed the core of the game. I didn't care for all the extra shit that they added to the game because that never really bothered me. What's the game about? It's Fallout, man. You survive. There is no story. There's no genuine story to the game that I know of. You come out of Fallout. So you got quests. You got multiple quests. Let me just say. So you come out of Fallout. So you come out of Vault 76, and you're trying to figure out where did your overseer go? What happened to her? And as you progress to the game, different. You come up with different factions and different stuff, and there are different side quests you could come across between the locals of the game, and you just go from there. I'm bad at explaining things. I'm really bad at explaining things. There is a story. Yes, there is a main quest. No, there are NPCs now. Before, when the first game first launched, there was no NPCs. There was no NPCs whatsoever. You were basically finding. You're basically chasing ghosts that never existed. They existed, but they were never there because the game didn't have any NPCs. They weren't there in the game, but they were left behind. Like like they were leaving like behind letters or tapes that you would listen to. All dialogue, no NPCs whatsoever. Nope, none of that. They changed that now, so now it's in there. They do have PvP, but here's the thing about Fallout 76. I don't know why it's like this, but to the core of the game, the Fallout 76 community is probably the best community you could ever come across. They are some of the nicest people you will ever see. Like, yeah, people do PvP, but the level of respect that they have for new players when you're like let's say you're fresh spawn, you just spawned in the game, right? And you come and you doing some kind of public event or whatever. When you join that public event, after it's done, you have niggas that are like level 1,000 or whatever, and they're just giving you stuff for free of charge, not charging you, not making you pay in-game currency for it. They're just giving it to you because they want to see you get to that point. Whenever you go into a public event, like people are so nice, people are so friendly. Everybody is just good there for good vibes. There's literally never any hate, racism, none of that. There is none of that in those games. Like the community of Fallout 76, the small community it is the nicest community you ever come across. Ever. It's the nicest I've ever seen. From all the games I've ever played, it's the nicest I've ever seen. People are usually trolls. People are usually assholes. People are, the Call of Duty lobbies when they're racism. None of that exists. It's just a bunch of friendly folks. Like you were. They could attack you once you. Yeah, attack them back. Yeah. 200 or something. No, if we're playing in the same group, we can't friendly fire each other. We can, but there's no friendly fire. But like if we were, let's say we're two different strangers that didn't party up, but we were going in the same direction, and we were fighting, let's say some random Death Claw. We're fighting a Death Claw, and I jumped in front of your shot. You have initiated the battle, but I haven't. It hasn't actually started until I fire back at you. If that makes sense. Yeah, I mean they're yeah. That happened to me on So let me remind you of something. So resources in the game is it's when you're first starting off, it's really rare. Like you're really gonna be grinding for resources. And one of the main resources for power armor is obviously a fusion core. There is a nuclear power plant that you can control. There are actually three of them you can control, and they will provide you with fusion cores. Like over like I think every 30 minutes it drops a new fusion core that you can obviously stock up. Yeah, but like if you're gonna be playing on the game or on the server for long, you could just own it and just let it do its thing, and obviously you just return back to a game like 10 power cores after a set number of time, and you got 10 power cores. Obviously, with all the perk cards that you put in there, you'll be able to make that power core last even longer than it should on a fresh spawn. But what had happened was, again, this was early stages of the game when people were grinding hard for just random stuff that they needed. And if you own the nuclear power plant, that means the other 20 people in the server cannot access that without either joining your squad or comebacking you. So what happened was it was me and this random girl that I was playing with. I partnered up and over and became friends, right? And she was there was like this troll. There was an actual legitimate troll who came in. This guy was like level 1,000. He had all the best stuff. He was a blood build. He had a crazy build. In other words, like he could one shot anybody, no matter what. And he popped into the nuclear power plant, and I think he attacked me. And obviously, I was like, this ain't gonna stand. So I shot him back, and he just one shot me, and I died. At that level server, they can't take you loot. They can take like only like miscellaneous junk, but they can't take like weapons and stuff. And again, junk is very important. So because junk is basically junk is crafting, making better gear, repairing your gear, and all that in between. Base building. So like if you were to start playing the game today, you probably would be grinding like crazy for like if you even cared about like are building different gear for your person or base building and all that. But once you get a flow into it, it kind of comes easy. Like it kind of comes. You'll start seeing you get infinite amounts of everything. You know what I mean? Because right now I'm living life. Like I don't really have to grind as hard as I did when I first started playing the game. I don't know why it's like that, but it's just how it seems. Like I have like over 99,000 steel in my thing, and I like what am I gonna do all that? And like the more egregious, more rare materials like nuclear, not nuclear waste, but like things that you have to go into a nuclear storm for. Even that I don't have to grind as much for. So just to kind of give you an idea what a nuclear storm is, basically you go into this bunker, which is probably the hardest thing you could do in a game, apart from killing the dragon, killing the Scorch Beast Queen or that one Titan. Um, you got these high level enemies, talking about all types of bots and stuff that will destroy you if your build is not if your build is not mastered. You go into this bunker, you got to go through all the stages of the bunker, and then you got to hack this terminal and you gotta get the right key card for this terminal to be able to launch a nuke wherever you want to drop it. And in that nuclear waste area where the nuclear bomb drops, there's rarer resources, raw materials, and slightly slightly harder enemies to fight. But that's like end game stuff, basically. No, sort of. So I think the Scorched Beast Queen is the last boss. No, actually, no. There isn't. No, there really isn't. There really isn't a story to it. There isn't a story. Sorry, there isn't. There is a story. There just isn't a beginning and an end that I've seen, anyways. There are multiple quest lines you can follow, and those quest lines will have endings, like the Enclave quest line or the Brotherhood of Steel quest line, or um the Foundation quest line. Like all those different local areas and different factions have ending quest lines. Yes. Yeah. The Enclave questline is probably the most annoying one because you have to fight Death Claws. You have to go into a glass cavern. It's a basic glass cavern is basically this area in the game where it's just high level enemies. We're talking about Scorch Beast Queens. You're talking about like just basically Scorch, and Scorch is like it's like a high level faction of enemies. This man is he's busting ass in after six, bro. Look, man, we just gotta play Fall together, and I'll just show you all the BS that I go through. Yeah, I know. I get that. No, you played it for like a second. You played it for a second. Yeah, me, you, and Cars, we played it for like a second, and then y'all just gave up. Never played it ever again. Nigga, Cars was trying to poke me with a little knife. I had to two piece him real quick. Niggas buns. Is there what? Bats? Like baseball? Vats? Yeah, of course. Yeah, there's Vats. Yeah. One of the most recent build, the game doesn't slow down, but it's still real time. But my most recent build is a Vats build. Yeah. It's real time. So like, yeah, the VATS would still work. Yeah, basically. It's VATS. Like it's part of the game. It's real time. So obviously, if someone's using VATS, I mean, you can. I don't know if you really can really tell if someone's using VATS or not, but you can just be more cautious when you play. But that's assuming their build can beat your build. Because most people out here are running these most broken builds where they could just one shot you and call it a day. But if you're a tanky individual, it might be a lot more difficult for someone with a glass cannon type build to take you out. But again, it depends on the build. Like some people, like I was once a chainsaw build, and chainsaw builds are really powerful. It's like it's think of it like it's hard to explain, but think of it like a chainsaw is basically it's a chainsaw. So every time it does a hit, it does a certain damage. So I think my chainsaw build was doing, I think it was doing like 120 per hit. If you know a Fallout game, I think like basic ARs are like 45 or 100. Yeah, so imagine a chainsaw. So basically, it's doing like 100 times that per second. So I'm just chopping down enemies, chopping on bosses, chopping down anything that's in close proximity in a matter of seconds. Death claws are not the. So here's the thing, right? Fallout 4, Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 3, Death claws were the main enemy, the boss. You know what I mean? They're not that great. They're not that much of the last boss anymore. The Scorch Species are more powerful than an actual Deathclaw. So I could it went with the chainsaw build. I was able to take out a Deathclaw in like maybe 10 seconds, 5 seconds. Deathclaw King, Deathclaw Queen. I scorched Deathclaw Queen. 30 seconds. Their melee and their maneuverability. Yes. Well, the thing about the chainsaw is that you can't craft it. You can only pick it up, and you can only get lucky with the legendary perks on top of it. So like if you were so obviously end game, everybody's legendary up. Like everything's legendary, right? But in the non end game part of the game, you can get legendary shit, but it's not going to be as effective as say someone who's like level, let's say 150 with a legendary whatever. Like it's just not going to be as effective. Obviously, the game scales up accordingly per your level. So like, let's say I'm playing with some guy who's level 1,000 and I'm level 20, and we're both fighting the same enemy. Obviously, I'm gonna be fighting a level 20 enemy. He's gonna be fighting some level. I don't even know what the number is actually. I think it's like 100. But listen, I enjoy the game. I think it's fun. But obviously, it's not for everybody. Kick rocks. Kick rocks. It's that simple. Like, don't look at the exterior of the game, but rather look at the core. There is not one game that has ever launched without an issue on it. There is no game that launches perfect. It's just impossible. Those games build up their perfection later on in the year, later on in the season, later on in whatever. Call of Duty did not start off on fire. Like, yeah. And that was the thing. Like the games back in the day, what they were the games back in the day were releasing and they were great. Like there really weren't any issues. But the games nowadays are just releasing like, and there's like 1,000 issues. Yeah, of course, it's some work. Obviously, like one patch will end up fixing one thing and breaking something else. It's just the way the cookie. It's just the way the cookie crumbles. I just choose not to let the games with like all these bugs really bother me. I just play the game for how it's meant to be, and and because I know unless the devs are totally giving up on the game, they will figure out how to make this game better, and make it great. Like Battlefield when it launched wasn't like that. Like Battlefield as in its current state wasn't what it was when it first launched. It was a horrible state. But every Battlefield that I remember, it was always the same thing. Battlefield 3 launched and it was the buggiest game I ever played, but I still enjoyed it. And a year later, they patched the majority of the issues, and the it was literally the number one Battlefield ever made. Like everybody loved Battlefield 3, though Battlefield 2 was better. Hence why they bought the BF3 weapons in BF 2042 instead of BF4 weapons. Yeah, like Bad Company and stuff like that. I wish I had bought the Nom, but that's just me. But it's well, no. Oh, Forrest, you going to Nom or not? Like, yeah. I haven't spoken to him in forever, bro. It's been more than a decade. Well, be honest, to race it out, but they move on to better things. I think low key they might have been racist, but move. Texas racist, you know what I mean? Yeah. Yo, I know this is old news, but this Alabama Tea Party. No, not on stream. Bro, all I'm saying is, you gotta get yourself a black hat and a nice steel chair. The black hat is like the bat signal of the black man, apparently. You take that hat off and you toss it up in the air, niggas come all over the world just to back you up in whatever fight you're battling. Yeah. That's exactly what happened. The man threw the hair and up. He threw it up in the air and everybody just came. Motherfuckers swam across a river from a boat. But no, seriously, yeah, I have any topics we want to cover? Cars, I didn't even say much of anything. I wasn't prepared at all. I had shit. A to Z. Nigga, you let this man talk like, god damn. I just want to mention one thing. We are actually live on YouTube as well. I just clocked that. Damn, that's small. What's a DI? Right.
So the fact that his jet is still always high fireball is because, yeah, it don't matter how many hits I had in this fireball, right? So let's say theoretically, right? The EX is still gonna go. It's still gonna go through that fireball. It's not just gonna sit there and flash. It's still the EX is still gonna be there. But other than that, I really don't have a problem with projectiles. I just don't like how they change the projectiles, and also like a lot of projectiles level one, like for whatever, like I think that's pretty stupid too. Like how do level ones go through like all this stuff like throw, they go through strikes, but they just use projectiles. It's just a real weird way to do it, and I don't understand like the direction they are trying to go in with it. I just don't understand like why you would make it like that. But yeah, other than that, I ain't really got no problems with the X's. Now the other thing is the super meters. So the super meters, you get level one, you get three supers. Level one, two, level threes are always everything projectiles, throw, strikes. Most of them, some of them eat jumps. Uh, the hitboxes on them are ridiculous. Um, and they're not balanced throughout the cast. Like some characters don't have level one. Some characters have level one with missile reversal. Dumb, bro. Like level one should just not be missile. Period. Like why the fuck should you get? I'm pretty sure I haven't looked into how you actually build hit first, whatever. Shouldn't get iframe if you got level one. The level three is understandable, but it's just because it does way too much damage, like in critical art and all that other shit. It's just another combat mechanic. Like get that shit out of here. Other than that, the hitboxes are pretty big. All of them are just. Other than that, the game's cool. But yeah, I think the game like if they didn't adjust, they didn't like nerf or buff any character. Like I think that they should just make change the system. Not they don't even have to change the way the moves work. They just need to change the amount of gauge that you have to give up to use these moves. That's all they gotta do. And then let it rock from there. They don't have to just. I hate when the devs like go and start patching shit. Like that's how MK11 was, bro. They was patching like every 3 months, patching shit just because niggas was playing online. Like get out of here. Like oh Scorpion teleported through powder mix up and all this other stuff. Like right, y'all nigga you suck. Why? Y'all just they don't really try to figure out or try to counter. They don't try to figure out any counterplay. Like oh this is broken, so I want it nerfed. Dang, like it costs money to patch. And I was still steaming niggas with Scorpion, which is the crazy part.
How much money does it cost? Do you think?
How much it costs depends on how much they're actually paying, but it ain't free. It ain't cheap. That's why they don't just sit there and like try to patch hot fix every little thing. Like I do think that Capcom is doing pretty smart. They said they're not really doing any major changes unless something is completely broken, like that Rashid bug. The tornado just kept. It was an infinite tornado, but they said that they're basically we're waiting till the season one characters are out. Actually, they change. I think that's the right way instead of just trying to patch everything on the fly. Like I don't ready think, for modern Akuma. Yeah, Akuma always. I remember when Akuma came out in SF5. I'm playing with Akuma. I'm dropping Ryu. That's what I'm trying to make master by then. I ain't buy Rashid. I'm not gonna play with. Definitely gonna buy. Yeah, I cool. He's not the best. Yeah. Is well, see, no, I don't know. Well, he's not the best. You don't know.
I don't know. Tell me about it. You never know. I might start playing it. You know how sticky it gets.
Like, I don't know if it's like a code or something like that. You stick it. So he banned it, stuff like that. Roku got that little combo. You know his bread butter coffee, ET, like that stuff that you did like over 50 he wasn't balanced at all. He was straight up. He could throw 2 fireballs in the air. No other character has air projectiles. Fireballs in the air. And yeah, SF4. I don't know about SF5. SF4, the air fireballs. Like I think when it's 2, you gotta spin hard. That's the jet. That game, score safe.
Sounds broken as fuck.
Like that little cop too. That was I mean, but essentially they balance out. Does tie game. Who else? Who else has? So yeah. Yo, you done with that?
Yeah, I'm done with my gripe. Basically, they just need to make changes. System, how much the drive facilities cost, and then it will be fine, honestly. And they can let it rock from there. No character buffs. I don't even think they should nerf JP. I get satisfaction when I beat a character that people think are broken or OP. I get satisfaction from actually whooping somebody's character.
They be ass.
Alright, like,
I mean, that's the thing.
They just start amnesia over and over. Alright, that's that.
But that's the thing about fighting is like you're playing like you know a bad matchup, like a bad matchup. At least in my experience, like you know that matchup, you got it down to a T. It's like these players don't know what to do, bro. Cause they don't. That's the thing about it. Like you're playing fighting, you're playing against a player that has playing against a character, like a player that has a character where opponent has all these moves that are super broken and super OP, right? And you beat that player, they don't know what to do. Like they don't know how to adapt. That type of player that can go straight to top, they don't know how to adapt because they only have that one play style. Like their play style doesn't work against
that's what the
but I
mod
mean,
is for.
it is a lot more grinded out, like overcome bad matchups, just like pick your different character. But I don't know. I think it might be better like that too. That'll make sure change your mind about here is a player selling with a character that's not very popular or it's not consistently powerful versus the rest of the cast.
That makes sense.
We've seen this plenty of times. I know I remember too, playing like Green Arrow, I think was Justin's one, bro. He was tearing people up with Green Arrow. He was like the only person playing. Everybody wasn't playing. They wasn't nice like to the extent that he was nice. I mean, Smug is an obvious example. But bro, I was just talking about it. Like it's not. I don't know. It's like what do y'all think about it? I'm not really. It's an
I'm,
interesting. It's an
I
interesting topic.
I usually pick a character and stick with that nigga till the game's over with.
But there are some
Oh,
players that I feel like there are some players topic. Like okay, I know that I'm not going. I'm only going to pick so far of this character. I'm going to come so many different characters and different matchups. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I mean, use
Well,
this character to cover my bad matchup. Add other like that becomes another argument in conversation.
my opinion is like, so I think like people who are character specialists sometimes like excel at the bad matchup. So like you might counterpick just because oh yeah this character is a bad matchup.
That's it.
Ralph?
Yeah.
Ralph.
Like, as soon as he spots a knee, it's over with.
They nice.
They also play like anti-Rocky, Captain Cold and Catwoman. That nigga, that nigga Sonic Fox has the fastest set I've ever seen in our history. His body was cool. It's 7 minutes, 39 seconds.
That coach.
Yeah.
Oh, coach, FF4 player, by the way. AKA insane, bro. Yeah. Insane. You don't know. You don't know about that. You don't know about it. It wasn't spelled like. It was spelled with like a bunch of Y's.
Sounds insane. Kick rocks.
Yeah, I gotta go on my bomb run. I could save that for next time. It don't really matter. Okay, right about the bomb run, guys.
Yeah, Ren, go on, go on. Go on. Go on. Yeah. Oh, the ad break? What?
Bomb rush diver. This game. Really developed indie game plays like it's heavily inspired by Jet Set Radio. I feel like they went Jet Set Radio. Like I said, it's more. It seems to be more so like a Jet Set Radio. And I just want to clarify right now that like people keep saying Jet Set Radio, but I feel like a lot of people haven't played Jet Set Radio. They just play TV. And I'm saying this based off of what I see online. Like a lot of the people, like in the 360 like the reviews of Jet Set Radio
Carl.
on Xbox, definitely different. Like they review different. Like a bunch of old games like Crazy Taxi, I mentioned all that, right? They reviewed Jet Set Radio, the original. They called it Jet Set Radio 8. Like they re-released it, the 8 version, without a remake. And a lot of people complain about that. Like a lot of people left bad reviews. Oh, it's not Jet Set Radio. Like, you're an idiot. It's not Jet Set Radio people. It's the original game, Jet Set Radio, which is still a great game, by the way. But a lot of people play it and they realize how it don't have this pick up and play style, and it's a lot more difficult. It's different bodies. Like the game is more difficult. Like the second game is more pick up and play and stuff like that. Like the first game is harder. Like that. You got bodies. Yeah, they don't like how it's played. You just gotta master. Like, oh, this game's trash. Like, oh, the game's a great game. This is trash.
Is this the third installment?
Nah, bro. I was just saying that. Nah, this isn't a Jet Set Radio.
Oh, it isn't? Oh.
Rush type of thing. It's a new game. It's a game I was watching.
Yeah, I was watching you. You get boned and shit.
This is out of there, bro. Anyway,
You see that shit? I thought you saw it. Bo, bo, bo.
Radio doesn't have it's like first the cops are chasing after you because you're a bunch of kids on space, you're feeding food, whatnot. Eventually it gets to like
Right. Right.
It has that same graphic style as a style and it also, like I said, has a really story. But then on top of that, it's basically has the music and everything. It has soundtrack is really good. It's just like just every the overall presentation is phenomenal. Artistic free. It's just like different. The whole different IP. It's just like them. It's like them making modern or some of the other. It's good too. They put in some story, that's their vibe. That's it. But it's basically good.
Yeah, yeah.
But I don't like about the fact that in game, not the in game, but I would say it doesn't have a lot of like I'm the type of person who plays time. Like a lot of people, I feel like like their soundtrack, like their gameplay, cool games, good games.
Right.
So I kind of I was when I played the first time, I was playing all that. Anyway, one thing I don't like about the game is that a lot of these characters, uh, like one kind of like a quest line for it, they don't appear on the map. I feel like some of it is by design and stuff. Like they might that first pick, I think it's like 9 or something like that. They might be increasing the extra stuff. Got the goggles, his bow and all that. Basically, like you talk to it, it's just like, oh, I'm in this spot anymore. Like it's like, oh, I'm at the clothing store anymore. But playing the game the first time, what other clothing store is that? There's a bunch of empty rooms in the game. Not necessarily. There's a bunch of like objectives in the game. Everything looks the same, so like it can be pretty hard to find one NPC in a crowd in the mall where they have all these like possessions, all these different stores. Like it's pretty like you don't really stand out. You gotta talk. You gotta find yourself. Find yourself. And it's multiple characters to unlock like this. And you know, like it's so like you see two characters that you just talk about things online. They'll pick players about things they find. You know, you'll race and stuff like that. And then you just unlock them. Like this game, you have a map. They put the stuff in the map. But they could have put the stuff in the map. No, they could have put like where the NPC actually is. Like I said, some of it I think they're by design. Like every NPC is different. Like especially the ones because like the rival gangs and all that. Like they're the gangs, but they're the gangs that you have to go to their area and you have to find them. Find them. Or is it the first gang called Frank, right? They like the Frankenstein. Like half their bodies are like fused together with like other body parts and stuff like that. But Frank to unlock them, you get that area. Just the area where Frank is at. It's not that big of an area though. It's not gonna be hard to unlock them and find them after you unlock the area. Like they shouldn't be on the map. They're not on the map. You really have to find them. Find them, talk to them, and they'll like sort of like oh find them, you know, whatever. I don't know. Y'all can really but basically you get to unlock them after you find them. And it's like that for every area of the respective like rival gangs of the game. But they don't even appear on the map. Once you unlock them, you have to literally find them just by wandering around. Some of those areas are pretty large, like you just wander around easily. But like I said, just as in the game, you go from one spot to this spot easily. Like the mini quest stuff I said, like they're literally like I don't know why they did that. Like all these you aren't able to do a mini quest easily, bro. They're literally just like they're not even like little score battles. They're just score battles. They're not even it's just like oh win now go here. You know, hit here, that'll take you this point. Hit this area. Gotta find that area. This area. Find it again. It's not even like the little mini quest. Just meet them, talk to them, score battle, unlock the character. But they're not even on the map. Like all the stuff is on the map. Also they already had the little sniper spots for the characters there. There was never one in the garage, the hideout. Hideout. But they tacked it in the game. Now there's one in the hideout where you see any character from the hideout. I don't know why that wasn't in the game. Chris will definitely know too. You have to go outside of the hideout to become another character.
All right, hold up. I'm gonna cut you off real quick. All right. Um, if you had to rate the game, obviously you have your opinion on the game, right? And you could go on for hours, but we don't have hours, realistically. No, I'm saying you can go on for hours. If you had to rate the game, what would you rate it? Like, what would your rating be out of 1 out of 10? And give it like a brief reason why. Like, well, what's that painstaking reason why it's not at that level that should be. Why not 10? What's the three thing? What's that? What would make it to 10 realistically? So let me ask you a question. So you think this game should have, or you think most games should be released when they first release? They should have like a dummy mode, if that makes sense. For I guess making it more simple or more simplistic, so people could actually understand where to find certain things, like especially for like a sandbox game like this game is. Well, like somewhat sandbox. Yeah, so they should have like they should have proper indications then, yeah. Yeah. You don't? That's what I'm saying.
You had to go. You had to match. You press start San Andreas. It goes to the map. The map is too small. You agree? You have to you have to like press the map. Like you have to go over to the map section. Like it's there.
Yeah, but they don't show you all the examples. They're not showing like, oh, this is the. I don't think they should.
Oh, you mean like the legend and shit like that? Where the shit. That map that came with the disc. Open that shit wide and just look.
Yeah, the game like you said, like they don't show you where those at. Sure, they don't have the legend. I'm like 90 there's no legend.
Oh wait. There is no map in game map in GTA 3, just FYI. No, it's there wasn't a map. There was a GPS mini map, but there wasn't like a big map. You have to rely on the map that came with the disc. They didn't have a map. The map I don't think came until like GTA Vice City. I mean, it's an indie game, right? So yeah, but so there are obviously going to be kinks that are not going to be in the game initially because they're probably worried about stability and all that. All right, so question for you. So how would New Game Plus work in a game like this? See, I don't know. So yeah, I get that. That much I get, but like Because thing for me, right? Thing for me is like New Game Plus for me is it's more on the difficulty of the game because I never did New Game Plus for Elder Rings because I never finished it. I just gave up after a while. But like for Wildlands, which I completed, knew there was a New Game Plus, and what that did was it basically removed the HUD. It made the AIs way more difficult to fight, and it was like playing Battlefield in hardcore, but in Wildlands. Oh, and it was permadeath. I forgot about permadeath. You die. Got to restart. Yeah, so that's why I'm wondering like why New Game Plus will be such a necessary feature. Mm. Oh, I see what you're saying. Uh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I never played Crow's End, so if I did, I don't remember. I don't remember the raid. I had to do. I had to do a little bit more research. We'll have to segue that in the next podcast because personally, I don't. I don't really remember. When he hit you with that smile. All right, listen, ladies and gents, boys and girls, both on Twitch and YouTube. Thanks for watching the stream. You guys know the fucking vibes. We're about to sign off here. Go ahead. Or Oh, that's fucking different. Ooh. I think I'm biting my tongue. Wait, what's the paper cut one again? Oh, paper cut, because that's rare. I never return a page. It's all digital nowadays. Yeah, maybe because I rarely read a book, so like it's all digital. It is because I rarely read books. I read articles and shit. Kindle, unlimited, baby. I mean, trust me, I get paper cuts a lot. I'm more used to it more than anything else. So, I mean, paper cuts could be a bitch, but
All right, last question, and then we out. Ready?
Erica chimpanzee. Sorry,
Same socks for a month or same drawers for a week. Which one you want?
socks. Socks. Well, what drawers? I don't wear drawers.
Wear ball shorts.
Same socks and same drawers. You're wearing the same drawers for a week? Balls gonna smell like balls. Like, what you mean? I mean, you can have some good quality socks that don't kill the odor though. Like, yes, okay. I'm going with yeah. Give me the socks, dude. I'm not wearing the same drawers for a week.
7 days.
Yeah, but you take a shit, you sweat, like right. See, like I said, man, if you have quality socks, if you have quality socks like wool or some shit, it does. It can fight the odor. I'm sure they do. I'm just saying, my balls ain't smelling like. I mean, all right, I got one for y'all. Have the ability to see 10 minutes into the future or 150 years into the future. On the hypothetical theory that we live to it. Why wouldn't you? What? Bro, if I could live for 1,000 years, I would take it in a heartbeat. Because I want to see where. Listen, I want to see. I don't care, man. I want to see what happens in 1,000 years. Like, where does humanity go from there, right? What? Listen, I think 10 minutes in the future would be too easy, man. I think life would be too easy. You couldn't lose. You could not lose. I'm saying in 10 minutes. No, I said 10 minutes would be too easy because you could not lose at life. You wouldn't know what it's like to fail. Yeah, you couldn't lose. Like, yeah, you couldn't lose. Life would be boring. No, I'm saying 10 minutes or 150 years. 150 years, you can see what's in the future. Obviously, you probably won't be alive by then, but I'm just saying it'd be nice to know. 10 minutes would be boring because you could not lose. You wouldn't be to experience a loss. Truly experience a loss. You could win every boxing match you ever play. Huh? I think I have, but I'm just saying you could not lose in that situation because like you could win every boxing match you ever play. 10 minutes, no 10 minutes. 150 years is kind of a wild part. It's just like 50 years in the future or something like that. But let's switch it to 50 years in the future. Yeah, or rather, let's do 10 minutes or 10 years. Because I listen. Personally, I think 10 minutes is just too easy. Like life is just too easy with 10 minutes. You couldn't predict the lottery, but you couldn't win literally everything. 10 minutes is the future. So from like, yeah, 10 years in the future or 10 minutes into the future. If you, it'll be 10 years from this second, from this millisecond, you can see into the future. Yes. No, so it's not the middle point. It's literally from here to 10. So that 10 minute mark, that 10 year mark is what you see. I don't think it's like the in between. I, I think I seen it. 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 Yeah. That's you would hack life. Yeah, but I mean, you have to be like 10 minutes before. Like, no, I'm just saying. I don't know if you. I don't know if you be able to get a ticket before like 10 minutes before the lottery hits. Gotta make sure that we gotta make sure the play is 10 minutes long. Um, got another one. Be jailed for 5 years or be in a coma for a decade. Well, if you're going to jail, you're not going to jail for 5 years. You're going to prison for 5 years. The jail is a temporary thing. You can't be in jail for 5 years. Yeah, you're going to jail, which is essentially a prison. Bro, you're not gonna be you're not gonna be in a jail cell for 5 years. It's not a thing. You're gonna be in prison for 5 years within a jail within a prison, I should say. I'd rather do a coma, realistically. 5 years is long, man. A coma, you the second you close your eyes, you wake up. Essentially, yeah. It's like going to bed and waking up the next morning, and you're just 10 years in the future, bro. Man's getting raped. He gotta drop the soap like a million times. It's a you're going to prison. It's a possibility, dude. You're getting jailed. You're gonna meet the voodoo warrior. The fuck? Raw. Yeah. Wait. They would knock you out, spin your ass, and then just walk away. The fuck? The fuck? Coma, 100%, bro. We're going to coma. I think I got one more. I got two more, bro. Well, it's crazy because I seen Carl's question on there, but I digress. Listen. What? Wait, what? What'd you say? Bro, that is wild. I mean, I never had ostrich, so fuck it. Yeah. It's either kill or be killed. Ostriches are pretty aggressive. No, I got one more. I got this last one. This may not be for everybody, but we'll see. Have a child every year for 20 years, or never had children again. And in this particular situation, there's no child support, so you don't have to worry about that. Yeah, I had to put that. I had to put a disclaimer. You have a lot of money. A kid every year, or no children at all. Yeah, I mean, I rather not. To be honest with you, that's just me. 20 kids is long, bro. I rather adopt, if anything. All right, last one, and then we're ending it. All right. Have a photographic memory. Have a photographic memory, or have an IQ of 200. Mine's 155. Mine's is 155. I did a test and it was 155. So, but I think photographic memory would be better. What? This nigga. All right. Photographic memory is away. Yep. Yeah. All right, time to play us out. Go ahead, Ro. Run the ting. Parre. Queef. No, he left the podcast. Nah, I don't know. I mean, that man, he abandoned us, man. He abandoned us, and only.